Your WHNT News 19 weather where you live forecast with meteorologist Brandon Chambers.
All right, let's get straight to Brandon. We've got a tornado warning, right?
Yeah, it's one of those situations where we're not expecting a widespread damaging event, but we just got enough spin in the atmosphere, and we have a new funnel cloud reported with this storm, so we do have a tornado warning. Let me get the latest information. It's just now coming across the wire, so let's go to radar first of all. And the tornado warning is for Limestone County, and looking at the bulletin text, it runs until 6 p.m. This is for south central Limestone County, for those areas around Belmina. And at 5:39, trained weather spotters reported a funnel cloud 8 miles west of Belmina, about near Decatur. And it's moving east at about 5 miles per hour. So let's zoom in there very tightly. And again, this is not a situation where we're going to see large, long track tornadoes. We just have enough spin in the atmosphere thanks to this low pressure system. It's not even all that impressive a thunderstorm right now, but in southern Limestone County, if you are near the Belmina area, go ahead and take your tornado precautions. Stay away from windows and doors, lowest level of your home, because there has been a funnel cloud reported. So we don't want to take it too lightly, but we don't want to overhype this situation. Again, this runs until 6 p.m. If it continues until its expiration time, that's another 15 minutes from now. Again, movement is to the southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Very slow moving storm. I'll put on some velocity data. Not a whole lot of improvement.
National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning for south central Limestone County and north central Alabama until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:39 p.m. Central Daylight Time, trained weather spotters reported a funnel cloud 8 miles west of Belmina, or about near Decatur, moving east at 5 miles per hour. Locations near the path of this tornado include Belmina. Do not use highway overpasses for shelter. Overpasses do not provide protection from tornadic winds. Vehicles stopped under bridges block traffic and prevent people from getting out of the storm's path into shelter. If you cannot drive away from the tornado, get out of your vehicle and lie flat in a ditch as a last resort. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Limestone County, Alabama.
Tornado warning, so let's treat it as one if you are in southern Limestone County near Belmina. And we're going to watch for more information to come in. Hopefully this will be allowed to expire before 6 p.m., but it runs until 6 p.m. Movement, again, southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Very slow moving storm, 5 to, let's call it 15 miles per hour as well. It's now passing just to the north of Decatur. Right now it looks like the tornado warning is hugging the southern edge of Limestone County, pretty much along the river, moving to the southeast. In addition to the weak tornado threat, we may see some wind gusts around 60 miles per hour. So protocol calls for us to stay on air with this warning as long as it's in effect. We want you to protect your home, your loved ones. If you are in the southern Limestone County area, specifically west of Mooresville, north of Decatur, near Belmina, take your tornado precautions if you are in the path of this storm, because a weak funnel may touch down and do some weak damage. This is not a widespread event. This is not going to produce a large, long track tornado that's going to do a large swath of damage, but you know, funnels are funnels, and we watch them very closely, and we take them all very seriously. And we see this from time to time. It's not a very common event where we see we don't have a lot of energy in the atmosphere, we don't have a lot of spin, but we have just enough spin in the broader scale view to impart onto the storm that we do have the tornado form, at least a funnel forming, and the tornado warning. So another look at the velocity data. No major couplet, very messy situation there on that velocity scope, but movement southeast, 5 miles per hour. The tornado warning, once again to recap, is until 6 p.m. Another 14 minutes for that for far southern Limestone County. This does not include Athens. I'm going to zoom out and you can see this is really the only thunderstorm in northern Alabama at the current time. We do have some moderate showers around western Morgan County, eastern sides of Lawrence County as well. Near Decatur you have some showers, but you are not in the tornado warning area. Athens, you are not in the tornado warning area. But this does include I-65 and portions of I-565 near Mooresville, near the Mooresville exit in Decatur. Decatur exit. So just north of the Tennessee River along I-65 and just south of Athens by about 4 miles is where the I-65 corridor is under the tornado warning. Again, this is because a train spotter has reported a funnel cloud 8 miles to the west of Ballymena, and that report came in about 8 minutes ago. So that is most likely transitioned a little bit further to the east if it continues to maintain its intensity. We'll see if it's allowed to expire a little bit early, about 13 minutes now from 6 p.m. when this tornado warning does expire officially from the National Weather Service. Once again, to recap, we don't expect any large, long-track damaging tornadoes with this system. There's not a lot of upper-level support around the Tennessee Valley or in the entire southeast U.S., but this is the second tornado warning we've seen today in the state of Alabama. The first one was well to the southeast of the Tennessee Valley. Now we have one for far southern Limestone County, not including Athens, but including Ballymena. There's Mooresville. It is not including the Decatur city proper, but just across the river into southern Limestone County. I'll label a few of these roadways so you can get an idea exactly where we're talking about as far as this tornado warning goes. We're not detecting any tight couplets, any large velocity couplets, but again, visual confirmation of at least a funnel cloud in southern Limestone County. So if you're in these areas, go ahead and take your tornado precautions, treat it seriously. Even though we're not expecting a large damaging tornado, you do need to at least take your tornado precautions, getting the lowest level of your home away from the windows and doors. If you have a basement or cellar, go ahead and get down in there and just stay away from the outside world as much as possible as far as those walls are concerned. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Bridgeforth, there's Harris Station, Fennel Road, of course, I-65 northbound and southbound. Martin Lane is in the tornado warning polygon. Lindsay Road, if you are around these areas, Nuclear Plant Road and Hatchet Ridge Road, a few of the roads around Airport Road. There's Airport Road just to the west of Mooresville, west of I-65. Looking for any updates from the National Weather Service. It's not coming across the wires yet, but the tornado warning continues for Limestone County, far southern Limestone County, south of Athens. Does not include Athens and officially does not include Decatur. It is just north of the river and runs until 6 p.m. Just north of the Tennessee River, just north of Decatur, into far southern Limestone County near some of those roadways. Looking at the velocity data once again, nothing really stands out at the moment, but this is one of these situations where the radar data isn't going to give you a whole lot of indication where a tornado might be or a funnel cloud might be, and that's all we're reporting right now. Earlier, about 15 minutes ago, we had a report of a tornado funnel cloud, not a tornado touching down 8 miles west of Ballymena. Of course, that has most certainly transitioned a little bit east or southeast since that time, and possibly has weakened and dissipated. Hopefully that is the case, but we're going to watch it very closely. We have the possibility of this funnel cloud touching down and possibly doing some localized damage. So it's something to take seriously if you're in southern Limestone County, just north of the Tennessee River, south of Athens, near the Ballymena area, west of Mooresville. If you're in Mooresville, be on guard for this as it approaches your area because you're on the eastern edge of this polygon. So if the tornado sirens are going off for any areas in Limestone County, such as Athens or north of Athens or northwest of Athens, this does not include you. So I clear all that data off. This storm, again, is moving southeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Very slow moving storm. Could produce some wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. In addition to the tornado threat. So we had that severe thunderstorm warning, and always a tornado warning always encompasses a severe thunderstorm threat. It just deals with both, and a tornado warning is either the Doppler radar indicated, which is not the case at the moment, but it is a visual indication of a possible funnel from a reported storm spotter reported just 8 miles west of Ballymena, and that's the last information we have gotten from the National Weather Service. Hopefully more will come through, and hopefully it's good news, and hopefully this storm is not really producing any type of major hook echoes or anything like that to pinpoint significantly at the current time, but it is moving southeast, and of course we want to take every tornado warning very seriously. So if you're south of the Athens area, specifically west of Mooresville, near and west of 65, just south of Athens and near the Tennessee River, north of Decatur, take this tornado warning seriously. Again, we haven't had reports of any damage as of the moment. We're not expecting any widespread significant tornado damage as far as a long track large tornado, but this is the type of situation where the large environmental winds, the broad environmental winds, can impart enough spin on the storm to produce some weak or low-level rotation. It doesn't take a lot of low-level rotation if it's low enough to the ground to produce funnels and again produce the tornado warning, which we're seeing. Again, 8 minutes away from the tornado warnings continuing to the southeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to watch it very closely. Carson, you have something?
Yeah, I'm just going to ask you a question. I know this storm is not something that's going to produce a large tornado, as you were saying, but still, if you're in a mobile home or something like that, you need to take it very seriously, because a mobile home can just be ripped apart easily.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. It could just be severe thunderstorm winds to do damage to a mobile home. I'm not recommending people abandon mobile homes en masse if you are not near the shelter. It looks like but if you are in a mobile home and a funnel cloud is approaching you, or if you're in this tornado warning area, you do need to seek more substantial shelter if you can. The tornado warning continues until 6 p.m. The National Weather Service here in Huntsville has still reporting a train spotter, reporting a funnel cloud. This was located 7 miles west of Belmina, so it hasn't moved much. It's a very slow-moving storm at or about near Decatur, moving east at about 5 miles per hour. Again, the tornado warning does not include the city of Decatur proper, but the tornado warning does continue for the next 7 minutes until 6 p.m. So once again, take your tornado precautions. If you're in far southern Limestone County, no reports of damage yet, but treat it seriously. We have had reports of a funnel from train spotters, and as of the last report at 5:48, that funnel was still being reported, and that was about 6 minutes ago, by train weather spotters still near the Belmina area or about near Decatur. That's the way they're phrasing it. North of Decatur, basically across the river into southern Limestone County, a funnel has been reported. So if you're in these areas, if you're in a mobile home, seek more sturdy shelter if you can. The lowest level of your home, centermost portion of your home, put as many walls between you and the outside world as you can. Carson.
Yeah, we've got one of our photojournalists, Shane Hayes, is joining us now via Skype. And Shane, I think you're just north of the interchange there of Interstate 65 and 565. Is that right? Shane, are you with us? Yeah, I don't know if Shane can hear us or not, but there's a shot coming to us from Skype, and I do believe he is on Interstate 65, just north of that interchange with 565. And Brandon, that's really the area where this storm is right now, right?
And notice how hazy and rainy it is out there. You're not going to see a whole lot, so don't go out and try to look at this thing. Train spotters have reported a funnel, but don't go and try to look at it yourself. Shane Hayes, once we get his IFB working or his phone line connected, we'd like to talk to him, see what he's reporting out there. But we believe he's in southern Limestone County. And again, just to recap, for 5 more minutes, if it's not extended, the tornado warning continues for far southern Limestone County, south of Athens. Treat it very seriously. We're not expecting large, long-track tornadoes, major damage, but a small funnel can do quite a bit of damage in very localized areas. So if it comes in contact with especially a mobile home, it can really do some damage and could be life-threatening. So take it seriously, especially if you're in a mobile home in southern Limestone County, west of Mooresville, near Belmina. If you're in these areas, take your tornado precautions. Again, that's the lowest level of your home. Below ground is best, but away from windows and doors, and put as many walls between you. A small interior room, a bathroom or closet works great. Let this thing pass through. Just don't take any chances with it. Its movement is southeast at about 5 miles per hour. So the funnel cloud itself is not moving very fast at all. The storm itself is moving about 5 to 15 miles per hour, basically down the Tennessee River toward the general vicinity of Mooresville. If tornado warnings are going off in Athens, I'm not sure that they are, but they are not for you. The tornado warning is for areas south of Athens. It does include the 65 corridor. In the vicinity of the I-65 interchange there near Mooresville. So Mooresville, be on guard. You're on the eastern side of this polygon as it moves to the southeast toward you. The tornado warning, you can see that red box. That is for far southern Limestone County. And we've been watching these storms develop all day. They haven't been all that impressive on radar or really no major wind reports, but this has been the strongest storm developing. Not a lot of energy, not a lot of what we call CAPE. that's the potential energy for the thunderstorm, but there's just enough and enough broad rotation within the broader winds in the environment to produce the spin in the storm. And it doesn't take a lot of spin when it's very low to the ground, which the cloud bases are very low today, to produce a tornado warning. We've seen that funnel being reported. We've got about 3 more minutes until 6 p.m. When that tornado warning is set to expire. We'll wait to see if the National Weather Service here in Huntsville extends that tornado warning. Again, movement is southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Carson.
Yeah, we've got a question on Facebook from Sarah Knott, and she's asking, is this storm going to impact Madison, the city of Madison, or Huntsville?
Right now, it's a long way away from it. It's moving southeast. Just be on guard. Madison, Huntsville, it's not headed in your general direction. Looks like it's moving southeast along the riverbed. And looks like it's not moving in the general direction of Madison. By the time it gets there, it's going to be a long time before it moves to the southeast. And looks like we have a new significant weather advisory for Limestone, Madison, and Morgan counties until 6:45 for this storm approaching. But that is far from a tornado warning. So right now, we're not expecting any imminent threat for Madison or the city of Huntsville, western sides of Madison County. But we'll watch it very closely. Again, 2 more minutes until this tornado warning is set to expire. Hopefully, it is allowed to expire. Not seeing a whole lot on radar that gives us the ability to pinpoint very accurately exactly where a funnel would be. But the one thing we do have, okay, the tornado warning is now expiring, but the one thing we did have is that funnel cloud report from Belmina. No reports of tornado touchdown. That's always good. We're not expecting, if another tornado warning is issued later this evening, it will be much the same situation because a funnel cloud has been reported by a trained spotter. We're not expecting large, long-track tornadoes. We're going to toss it back over to Carson to wrap up the newscast. 6 p.m. just on the dot, and the tornado warning is now gone.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Of course, we will break back into programming if there's another warning issued. Hopefully that will not happen, but we will certainly be here. We're going to go ahead and go back to programming now. 60 Minutes is coming up next.